Get music from Akan at Aftown.com. Download the Aftown app, available in the App Store and Google Play.
Just about me going to the internet and then looking for beats.
Okay.
So YouTube producers, I go on the internet, find some beat on YouTube. Yo, I hit a person up. Yo, I like this beat. I like to use it. Okay, cool. You can use the beat.
Yeah.
So, and then a few producers around, Twisted Waves, Dijo, and a few other guys. And then Akan EP came about.
Yeah. Stepping back a bit, you dropped your name, Kopna Shai, and you picked Akan.
Akan, yeah.
Why did you do that?
That's a great one. A good one. So somewhere along or around the way, I was like, this. I was looking for something. I was looking for a way to make this whole thing make sense. Yeah. What was the story? What was the idea behind it? What was my subject? Yeah. What was I talking about? And realized most of the time I was talking about things that didn't even relate to who I was. Yeah. Talking about, having cars, chilling in the club. I don't even go to the club. Yeah, so it didn't really make sense. Yeah. So I was like, how do I make this thing make sense? Who am I? What's my story? I'm an Akan. In the first place, I can express myself well. I always say that I can express myself well in Akan. Yeah. Yeah. And so why not? It also meant representation for me. Yeah. Where I'm from, and who I am. Just mentioning Akan, it's Ghana, West Africa. I speak Akan, so this sounds good. Let me try and see. I picked up the name Akan up, and so far it's been great. Yeah.
On your recent project, the what you spoke about, you being fluent and eloquent in the Twi language. Yeah. All the songs from the beginning, track 1 to track 15, is you rapping.
Yeah.
In Twi, which you can count the number of people who can do that. For you, how important is language? The language that you rap. Not that you cannot rap in English, but how meaningful is you rapping in Twi?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. Because from where I'm from, that has been what we have. Yeah. That's how we express ourselves. That's how we communicate when I'm at home. That's the only way you can say when I'm around. I have neighbors who are Muslims. I have neighbors who my next house neighbor is like an every person. We have guns around. That's the only way you can tell. You can enter my house and realize this kofufi and this I be fufi and I be fufi and you understand. So it means a whole lot to me being able to express myself in that way. Yeah. And then maybe in an artist, of course, I can twist and turn and then make them sound. So it means a whole lot. And apart from that, that's culture. Yeah, that's our culture. The language and where we are from and what our stories are. And, so very important to me. Yeah. Very good.
And Onipa Akoma is based on the explanation that you gave and even the artwork interpretation, is you trying to highlight the two divide as far as individual pursuits and desires are. Yeah. The state of the heart versus the state of the mind. Yeah. Definitely always in conflict with each other, and you make it very, very pronounced on the opening of the album. Yeah. Before even we get into the songs on the album, why did you settle on that theme? Why did you choose to explore those components that makes up a man?
So like I said earlier on, from Akan EP, I realized a lot of people were listening, and I wanted to say something. It wasn't about just rapping anymore for me. It's about being able to tell stories and inspire people, tell people what this is about and what this is not about. And for me to be able to do that, I had to go back into myself, be able to talk about myself in the first place, tell people what this whole thing is about, what I'm doing wrong, and what my fears are, what my conflicts are, what my desires are. So, and I mean, they say change, if that's a word, change start from within. So if I want to cause a change, if I want people to hear things from a different angle, I had to start from within, for myself. And that's about what I'm thinking and what I'm wishing for, what my desires are. So that's where Onipa Akoma is coming from. Also, being in the house and listening to the conversations they're having about how Koko Apia used to live and now he's gone. And they talk about the fact that the only time they spoke about him a lot was because he moved from the village, came to Accra, came to build a house, and because of that we are all living here in Accra. And I was like, oh, this is the only time they talk about this guy. So what are they going to say about me
when you are no more?
When I'm no more. So I was like, oh, there you go. So that's where it's coming from. My mindset, which of course is going to be where everything starts from. My heart, where everything starts from. So Onipa Akoma.
How long did it take you to finally drop the project, from conception of the ideas to the writing of the song to the recording processes and finally releasing it? I
would say a good 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, a good 2 years. Yeah. Lot of time. I spent about 8 to 10 months just thinking about it. Just thinking about it without recording, just listening, thinking about how I would want to deliver it or how I would want to say it, what the topics were going to be, how did I want it to sound, the texture, and I spent that good amount of time to think it and then know, okay, that's it, or that's it. I'm gonna go for this one.
All right.
So it was 2 years from thinking about it, the concept, the recording, the mixing, and then finally it's ready. 2 years.
You've known Twisted Waves for a long time. You're friends, basically. How influential was he also, or what part did he really play, apart from him being the executive producer and recording some of the songs and you using some of his studio to record the project? How involved was he in the making of the album? Were you the one who was always calling the shot?
No, I wouldn't say that. So Twisted, I met Twisted through Ayat. It was like Ayat, buddy. And so when I met Ayat, music. So Twisted came through, and then over a period of time, he also became a part of the family, like the team. So he has a studio, and Twisted was actually on Akan EP. I Doubt It. He was there.
He produced
I Doubt It on Akan EP. So Twisted. For now, he's not just a producer to me. He's like a creative partner. So every now and then he would send me a beat and go like, "Oh, what do you think about this one?" Or let's sample this. Well, have you heard this song? What do you think we can do? Or can I change something? So it has always been like that between me and Twisted, being able to build a trust. Put the songs into his hands and like, okay, mix it, or I want it to sound like this, and he'll be able to convert them into sounds for me. So he wasn't just a producer; he was a partner.
And were there any conflicts?
Of course,
between the two of you. I want to go this way. Of course, let's go this way.
Of course. It was. I think it was mostly about the mixing process. These guys, they have their own way of doing their own thing. Even with me as an artist, sometimes I want to be in my own space and then make it sound or come out the way I want it to come out. And also the same way with Twisted. Most of the times I'll be like, okay, I want it to sound like this, or maybe I want it to go like this, and then most of the time we were conflicting a few times, but it was all good. It was all good.
And you had the other producers like Jesu, Young Fly, shout out to Young Fly, and Flavor Matic on the record. Did they make the approach to, you know, submit beats for you to record on, or you call them up and they sent you stuff?
I mean, I think it was most of it was normally we being able to connect first. Yeah, I think most of the guys were people I had connected with earlier on. Charlie was would love to work sometime. So when the project came about, I was like, oh, Charlie, I get some beats I would like us to work on, or I have an idea I would like us to work around. So, okay, I have some beats. Charlie, pass the studio. So sometimes we go to the studio, they play me some beats, and then, oh, I like this one. I think this one sounds good. Yeah, and then, it was really about being able to connect, and then thinking we could do something together. It wasn't about, Charlie, do some big, it was about connection. So connection first. After we had connected, something
works. And the songwriting on each track was impeccable.
Thank you.
It was dope. It has depth. It had clarity of message, and significance as well. And people could relate to it on some of the songs.
I realize that.
And for you, how do you sit and write, you know, songs like that? Because when the album dropped, you know, people listen to it, and before you know it, the comparisons have started. You know, with Opera Force or Kwada is coming, and sometimes even people mention Onipa Akoma, you know, the style and everything. How does Akan write a song?
Before I even go to that, I think I can't take away the fact that those influences were there. I had to listen to them over and over again, check their schemes, how song arrangement, how they approached beats and beat styles, and so shouts to Brafo, Chame Kwame, everybody. I've been listening to everybody for some time. They are masters of the game, and I've been studying their games, and Charlie, you can take away that fact from there. So with my writing, it's really about me taking my time. Taking my time and saying, this is what I want to say on this beat. This is what I want to say on this beat. I take a lot of time. It could take me a month or 2 or 3 to write one song. It would take me 2 days, 1 day to finish one song. It all depends on the vibe and the mood I find myself in, and how I want to express. So a lot of time, a lot of patience. I listen to the beat over and over and over and over. Right when I don't feel good about it, I cancel it out and take it once again, and over and over till I think that's it. So a lot of time, a lot of patience, no rushing at all, making sure I say it how I want it to be said.
So how do you know that this is it?
It's a feeling. It's a feeling. When it's good, I think you feel it. It's even with the mixing process or making the beat. You feel like, oh yeah, that's it. I think it's good. It sounds solid. So
And when the album dropped, you know, some of these big shots started, you know, giving you the high five, thumbs up. And if I remember correctly, I don't know whether it was Obrafo or Kwade who were like continue with the legacy that we started. How important were those comments to you as an individual, to you as an artist, and the overall project that you put up? And do you think is carries with it some kind of pressure that these guys are saying, okay, you are the one, and you don't have to fail. You fail yourself, your fans, and they too.
So it feels good putting out project like this. This is like my second project. People, I mean, you look up to come around and say, oh, that's great, and you're doing good. That's, I mean, it feels good. That's something I'm proud of. But at the same time, for me, no pressure at all. It's just about me going back into the studio, like how nobody was looking up to me, or when nobody was expecting anything from me. Go back to the studio, and then just be myself once again. Yeah, challenging myself this time around. So no pressure. I mean, whichever way it goes, I mean, life goes on. Yeah, no pressure at all.
This is your cross, so you have to carry it.
Charlie.
And let's come to some of the songs.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk a bit about some which I think stick out. Yeah. Overall, the project is amazing as a body of work. Yeah. One of the first songs on the album, which is SikaDuro, you basically spoke from two sides. Yeah. The heart desires and the mindset, and you teased out almost everything that the average individual craves for in life, and the conflict, and the dilemma that comes with it. How much thought went into that, and how hard was it for you to put it together?
It was a challenge. It was a challenge. So I'm saying this here first time.
Download the best of Ghanaian music on Aftown.com. Stream via AftownMusic.com. Aftown Music, available in the App Store and Google Play.